It is February 10th, 2021, and this is a redo video, a redo of Airbnb. How to find an Airbnb in Medellin, Colombia. Follow along.
You're watching dcbornrob on YouTube. Make sure to hit like and subscribe.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. In this video, I'm going to go over again finding an Airbnb in Medellin, Colombia. Let's jump right in. Okay, first, I've used Airbnb before. I'm pretty experienced with it. I mean, I'm a hotel guy too. It just depends on the location and where I'm going. You know, what country, what city, what state. But I have been to quite a few, as you can see. San Antonio, Atlanta, Guatemala, Arizona, Dallas, Atlanta, Medellin a couple of times. I don't even know where that is. Let's see. Oh, that's a Kentucky over here, and Vietnam, Vietnam again, Medellin again, Florida. You name it. I've been to, it doesn't matter, Austin, Oklahoma, Cebu, Philippines, Chicago, Amsterdam, Iceland, you name it, I've used it before. So I just want to show you, I am pretty familiar with using Airbnb. It takes me time to find the right location because I'm picky. I don't just want to jump into some dump. And I've had some issues where I've had to scoot out a couple of times. But let's say, where are we going first? Let's see. Medellin, Colombia. And I want to pick a date. Now I'm going to pick a date in the future because chances are the further in the future I pick, the more options will be available. So like I said, look ahead to see exactly what they have to offer first. So let's say May 1st, and I want to stay until the 31st. I want to stay for a month. It's just going to be one of me and no pets. Now, I'm the type of person that always, once I find a location, I text the person and say, is this location pet free? Because I'm allergic to pets. I don't want cat hair on my pillow. That's just me. So, okay. So when you're looking for a place, you need to figure out what's your lifestyle. First of all, what's your budget? Second of all, what's your lifestyle? And let's see if these two things match. You may have, you know, champagne dreams, but, you know, not that same budget to match. So, you know, are you looking in Poblado? Are you looking in Laureles? It depends on what vibe you want too. Do you want a happening, upbeat, always on atmosphere? You know, like being in Manhattan, then you want to be in Poblado, or you want to be somewhere around 70 in Laureles. It just depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is. So let's see. You can search. The first thing I search for is entire place because I'm not sharing with somebody else. You have options. You can be in a private room, hotel room, shared room. I need my own spot. Okay, so I'm not sharing with anybody ever. That's just me. If you feel comfortable with that, you know, so be it. Now, I think I accidentally clicked on a place. So let's see, price. Let's go. Okay, so for the month, how much do we want to spend? And as you see, there's some spots up in there. Look, there's something up in the $15,000 range for a month. So, okay, so I'm on a budget. So let's say I don't want to spend more than $1,000. So I'll say $988, from $150 to $988. You're not going to get anything, obviously, for $150. Okay, so this is what I have. And, you know, if you zoom in a certain area, it'll show you what's in that area. So if you want to go more over Laureles, you can zoom in over here. It updates, and it'll pull up whatever you can see the prices for. You'll see the listings on the left-hand side. So let's say we want to go to Poblado. Let's see how much you can get in an apartment for this type of money. Here's one right here. Entire apartment in Medellin. Grand price, excellent habitation. Okay, let's see what it looks like. There's also a way to sort, which I always do just in case. Is for a premium host. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is $647 a month. That's not bad. The furniture is bad. It doesn't have that same futon that's in a lot of them, and you'll see what I mean. That's got a nice view too. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. And another good thing, one thing I look for when I'm looking is how many pictures do they have? If they have 3 pictures and none are of the outside, that's not my spot. If they have 3 pictures and they only show the outside, that's not my spot. Look, this has a separate office and this is tight. Look at that TV. Yeah, and I love it when you can open a patio and it's just like you're outside. I'm telling you, you won't close your windows. You won't close your balcony unless you're on the first floor. Somebody has access to it. So they give you different angles. So somebody spent some money on this spot right here. But let's go back to the main page because I want to show you, you can also, there's also other filters that you can put on it. How many beds, how many bathrooms and so on. But to get a even nicer spot, you want to click on Superhost. So it says you have plus 300 stays. Okay, so you got more than 300 stays. Let's see. I click that on for the premium host, which is a super host. And let's see how many does it give us. Not 300, as you can see by the map. It's still quite a fair amount, though. So let's zoom in. So 900, their averaging looks like 9. I mean, well, you know, there's a 7 something. I mean, what do you get for 700? And this is not actually downtown where you want to be also. So, okay, let's just click on a couple right here. Here's one for 927. Once you click on it, it pops up. It tells you how much. Okay, comfy, convenient, full equipped 2-bedroom apartment. This is nice. Hosted by Kevin. So what you do is you choose your dates. Now, if you're staying for 4 days, 5 days, choose a week. The week, chances are maybe a little bit less than those 4 or 5 days because they're going nightly at that point. And then just stay for your 4 or 5 days and leave. I mean, they don't care. Then you just let them know, hey, I had to leave early, so you got the place for a couple extra days. They're happy, you're happy, you save a few dollars the same per month. If you're staying for 3 weeks, choose a month. You may get a better price at that 4 weeks. And who knows, you may need that spot. You may need that spot for another week. So keep that in mind. So at 927, gives you all the details on one, but let's take a couple look at the pictures. Now, I'm the one, I don't like looking at the wall of another apartment and it looks like this pretty close. I can see out the window. Your view is going to be of an apartment. You want to see the view, dude. You want to see the lights. Let me tell you, anybody who stayed there will tell you if you're in Poblado, you want to make sure you have your skyline view. You're going to pay penthouse prices. You're going to want that penthouse view. This one's okay. Okay, let me jump out of here and see what else they have here too. Now, let's see. Okay, here's $900. All right, got a nice outdoor pool. You know, and it depends. Are you looking for amenities? I would always say get a guard at your front door. That's just me. Get a guard at your front door. They check IDs. You don't have that issue. If you watched my video on scopolamine a couple of days ago, or if you saw the interview I had with Rob from Sweet Georgia Cafe, and the information as far as scopolamine, don't play with that, man. It seems like, you know, once you choose the wrong person, it's a wrap. You know, they can put something on their finger, touch the top of your glass. You don't even know. It's not like they have to pour a powder and they get caught pouring a powder in there. It could be on their finger. They touch the rim of your bottle. Oh, here's your drink. And they touch it from the top. Or here's your glass and they rub it around the top. You know, who's to say? So be careful who you bring back to your spot is what I'm saying right here. Okay, this is $900 a month. Let's take a look at a couple of pictures. They have 14 pictures. I'm not a fan of those seats right there. These right here. Maybe I'm too big, but I don't want to balance when I have to sit down. And there's the futon. I'm telling you, you will see this futon, normally black leather type. And it's all over Medellin. Let me tell you, they can't, I mean, I don't know. It has to be $100. This is pretty basic. So it just depends on how long you're going to stay and how long you want to live. That bed don't look too comfortable. So you're in Poblado, but you're on a lower floor. You can tell. You want to be on a higher floor. I'm telling you, I've done the 6th and the 9th floor, and there's a difference. The 9th floor, man, beautiful. The 6th floor, okay. Okay, so it just depends on where you want to stay. Let me help you get your bearings here, though. Okay, so north to south, you're going to have, and by north to south is how it shows it to me on a map. You're going to have the Medellin River that cuts through the city. Along that river, Let me not click on it, but you will see the trains that run up the middle, past Poblado. Let me tell this to stop searching, okay, as I move. Okay, so you see trains that are running up the middle. You'll see from Bogota, you'll see Poblado, and you on and on and on. And then you get to San Antonio, which is downtown, El Centro, next to Botero, Parque Botero, and you transfer, and it goes left to right from San Javier all the way over to the right, all the way to San Antonio, and then you have the tram that runs on the ground, which is different from the metro. Anyway, you have this right here dividing the city for the most part. Poblado is to the right, and then if you go a little bit further south, you'll be in Envigado. There is a defining point here. I think I stayed right along in here, which is where Santa Fe Mall is. And a little bit further south, I think they switched to Envigado. Now, Envigado is a separate municipality. It's not part of Medellin. It's obviously it's still Antioquia, but it is not part of Medellin. It's a separate municipality. But there's rates and places that you can find down there as well. So this is the Poblado area. If you go a little bit further up towards downtown, this is El Centro. Now you see you have the train will go over to the left. This will take you over to Estadio and so on. Then you have the tram that runs to the right. And then if you go further up, you can get on one of the cable cars that'll take you up to Parque RV or they're over here on the other one too. Be careful which one you get on. I'm telling you, I took it over the mountain thinking I was taking a shortcut. And when I got on the other side of the mountain, I thought the front wasn't that nice. The other side was rough. So be careful where you go, what areas you're going to go in. You know, there's always strength in numbers. And to be honest with you, the only thing I think that could beat the scopolamine deal is if it's a group of you. You know what I mean? So hence the reason, let me bring that up too. Join the group. Join our WhatsApp group. Again, send me an email to dcbornrob@gmail.com. dcbornrob@gmail.com. And that's right. Make sure you join our WhatsApp group. Sign up now. And also, well, if you need a driver or you need a tour guide, make sure you get Andres' information from the description below. And don't forget to stop by where? Sweet Georgia Cafe. If you don't go, you ain't in the know. Excellent. So I ask myself questions all the time. Now, join the group. That was another thing I want to tell you. Also, if you need a driver, look below in the description. Andres' information will be down there. He's done quite a few you guys already. And you like him because he's prompt, courteous, and he's bilingual speaker. So you don't have to just sit in the car and not have somebody to talk to. And if you need a tour guide, he's your man. Let me tell you, do a tour while you're there too. By the way, you can do tours through Airbnb, and you may even find him if you choose one through Airbnb, the experiences section. Okay. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to let you listen to my new reggae song. That's right. I'm a producer now. I just made some beats. I sent it over to Europe, had them arrange it, and it came out bomb. So I'm going to show you at the end. I'll play that at the end. But let's go from Poblado over towards Laureles. So let me zoom in. So again, you have Poblado to the right. You have Laureles to the left. Normally when I see this little, and this cut across street right here is 33rd, 33. Anywhere, when you see this little hook right here, if you're looking at a map, just think of that as your marking to know that you are in the Laureles Estadio area. The Estadio is the station, which is up here. And so you see the train coming right by. There is an Estadio stop, which is right on 70. That's where you want to get off if you're headed over to Laureles or 70 to walk around. You get off at the Estadio station. And then you can walk down. But you can walk from here. I walked all the way from here. Make sure you stop by 1968 Burgers and Fries. And then you come on over here, and then you're over at the Sweet Georgia Cafe location in Laureles. But there's also an airport that divides the city too. So if you're coming from El Poblado, they're going to have to go around this airport somehow. You know, I live down here near Aguacatala, so my driver took me over here sometimes, and it took it over here. Bellin's an area also to look for an Airbnb. I found those prices to be the best for the high rises that they have. Look again in advance to see what locations they have. Belin is, you know, just like I said, some areas are good and some areas are bad within the same name, like Poblado. There may be a section in Poblado that is not as pristine as others. The same thing with Medellin. Over here, though, I found it to be pretty nice. There's a certain area over there. Watch my interview with the Joneses, a family that moved there. Okay, and then you have Poblado over here. You have 10th Street and so on, 10th Street up, 10th Street back. And then you have El Centro. And El Centro, again, is where it's going to cross over from San Javier, La America, La Estadio. And there's Industriales over here somewhere else. So you'll see these train stops that'll bring you over to the main one. And then the main train goes up and down here. And right next to that, you need to know that the first main street that runs parallel to this river and the metro is Las Vegas Avenue. On the left side of Las Vegas, closer to the train, flat. But when you cross over the street, that's where the mountains of Poblado and everything start. So I live down here. As long as I didn't cross this street down here, I was good. But when I crossed that street, that's why Poblado is all hilly. And when you say hills, it is different than U.S. hills. We're talking about the side of a mountain. You know, they call them hills. But I'm going to tell you, you want to know why their legs are so strong? From walking up those hills so much. So if you stay in Poblado, chances are you're going to be on that side of, and this right here is Poblado Avenue, also known as 43rd. Anything above that, definitely you're on the hills. But again, here at, again, this street is Las Vegas Avenue. Anything above that, yeah, you're on the mountains, at least until you get downtown. But Poblado is all in the mountains. So let me jump back to Medellin right quick. Here's a few other locations. Let's cut ourselves a budget. Okay, let's say we want the entire place, but we don't want to spend more than $800 for the month. What can we get? Okay, this is over in Laureles, which again, you'll find some decent places. This is 617. It's not bad. Now, Laureles is flat, and that's one reason that you may want to stay on Laureles. You can still get to clubs and spots. 33rd is a strip full of bars and clubs. And for me, I found it to be, you know, for some of the younger cats. But there's a few other places off of 70 over there, Jenny Laos. A lot of places over there. So it's a basic room. You even have a desk looking out the window. Let's see. Again, if they don't show the outside, that's probably not the place you want to be. There's a reason that people don't show pictures of outside. And there's a reason that they show you the view, but they don't barely show you inside the apartment. It's light area. It looks nice. You can't see. It looks like you have somewhat of a view, but it's so light you can't tell. There you go. Yeah, that's not bad. And at night, yeah, this is a good view. And again, Laureles, the buildings don't get as high as they do in Poblado. Most of the ground is flat, so I guess they can't build as high, and it's more family oriented. But there are some towers in Laureles that are nice. I had a friend that stayed, oh man, really nice. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I just want to jump through this on my lunch break just to make sure that you guys had this information if you didn't see my prior videos. And if you haven't seen those videos, go back and look at it, because I had an experience at one of my Airbnbs. Yeah, you should see how I handle it and see how Airbnb helped me out. Take a look at that video. Again, if you're getting any benefit out of my videos, do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like helps the YouTube algorithm. It is for real. It does work. Okay, check out my reggae song before tuning out. Much appreciated. And join the WhatsApp group. Talk to you guys later. Peace. Be safe.
like it.
Please comment and share if you liked the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.